Music should take you on a journey. It should make you feel. It should move you. And jazz is no different from any other sort of music. And when I compose, for my band, when I compose jazz, the compositions on this record, they are all intended to evoke an emotional response. They all represent a part of my emotions. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Motherfuckers just want to fun. Stop! Is this on? Stop. You can feel between those things. In fact, you should feel. Yeah.
Okay, we're rolling heading home number 1.
The most important thing for me with this album was to present my working quartet, the group that I've been playing with since August, and to kind of, make a statement, make a kind of unified musical statement with this group. There's something very special about the musicians in this band. They each have this incredible ability to just blend into whatever the musical situation is.
We're playing Joshua, so to speak. So I think Joshua has found what he thinks is him. We represent his music the best. I believe that's why he has us in his band. Brian Blade I think him and Joshua mesh perfectly. I mean, I can't think anybody else, who plays this music that well. And Brad Mehldau is just something else. And I'm just playing parts. This is as happening as you can get.
So for me to be playing with these guys and to be calling the shots, initially that felt uncomfortable. But then I realized that, really what a leader does is a leader, provides the best environment for, a group, a collective, unit to achieve its potential. It's not about doing what's best for me. It's about, selecting a group and then, providing the environment for that group to sound the best it can and for every individual voice to, be heard.
Okay, we're rolling. Faith on 1.
When I first heard Joshua, I had the same feeling that I know a lot of other people feel when they first hear him, and what I kind of count on people feeling. It's just, you're immediately struck by a personality, by someone who has a distinct personality within the form of jazz and someone who's telling a story. And storytellers in jazz are rare. At the Monk competition, he got up and played. It was a situation where we're analyzing every player. He got up and I didn't analyze. I just sat back and got enveloped by this sound.
He's able to sort of gather, emotions and experiences, and they're clearly manifest in the music. He's able to express himself in a way that when he plays a saxophone or writes a certain composition, the feeling, like I was saying, the feeling or emotion that went into the tune or the experience, the listener also feels that, so that's a gift. The spectrum of emotions, there's just a living element that has to exist in the music, and I think Joshua and all together, we reached for that and attained it.
His compositions cover a broad base. I think that's really one thing that distinguishes him from a lot of maybe some of the other musicians of the young generation, is that he's not afraid to try a lot of different bags. He's not caught up in one genre, in one decade of jazz.
My mother exposed me to everything. I mean, when I was growing up, I had dance lessons when I was really young, which isn't a typical thing for a boy to do, My mom exposed me to all kinds of music, not just jazz, not just classical, rock, soul, Indian music, Indonesian music, African music, spirituals, hymns, everything.
Cool.
He's a very bright guy. A brilliant scholar, went to Harvard, graduated summa cum laude. First in his class in high school. Perfect score on the pre-law exams, got accepted to Yale Law School. But he's a very basic guy in terms of someone you just hang with and you talk with and you can communicate with easily.
We're rolling, Mr. Buckley.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. For me to talk about music, it's very hard for me to talk specifically about what a song is about, what is Mischief about, what is Sweet Sorrow about, because to me what they're about is contained in the music. I mean, the music is the message. The musical experience isn't just me presenting my music to people and saying, this is my music, this is what you're supposed to think about it, this is how you're supposed to react to it. It's, you know, I'm presenting something which comes from inside of me and leaving it up to the listeners, the audience, to react to it the way they would. You know, they bring something to the music too. They bring themselves. Their reaction, that's a part of the music. When everything's going right, it's, you know, athletes say they're in a zone, you know, like when a basketball player scores 55 points in a game. I mean, with musicians, there's this feeling that the music is kind of playing you. It's not a feeling of lack of control, you know, it's not, I mean, you have agency in it, and that's where the joy is. And that can take place anywhere. It can take place in the recording studio, it can take place in a rehearsal, and it can take place on stage.